Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new and you've never seen a video of mine before. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys all the books that I'm going to be reading for the month of October. I know this video is really late. Regardless, let's get into it. I actually asked you guys on my Instagram a few days ago, or maybe like a week ago, what I should read for the month of October, so I let you guys pick my TBR for the month of October, and I'm a little scared. Not that I don't trust your guys' taste in books, but this was a blind picking TBR, so I gave you guys emojis on my Instagram that correlated with the books, and I'm now gonna share with you guys which books you guys actually ended up picking for me to read. I'm kind of nervous, kind of excited. We'll see how this month goes. I think we've got a lot of variety here. I made sure to choose a lot so that I am not bored. So hopefully it remains that way. To start off with the first book that I'm going to be reading for the month of October, it is actually our Discord's book club book of the month pick, which is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarnos. I have been hearing so many good things about Fourth Wing, and I actually literally just had a dream about Fourth Wing the other night, and it really encouraged me to start reading it. But I want to read this for a reading vlog, so I don't want to start reading it quite yet. I am so pumped to read this. I can't even explain to you guys how excited I am. And also the second book in the series comes out in November, so I thought that it would be the perfect idea for us to read this one first and then read the second one in November, maybe, possibly, who knows. So if you guys are interested in joining our Discord book club, all the information is going to be linked down in the description box below. It's free to join. All you have to do is make an account. You get to message with all of us in the group chat, and it's so fun. We have an amazing community, so I am just really excited for us to read this. The first blind pick that I had you guys choose from, it was a fantasy book, obviously, and the other choice was The Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart. However, the one that won was A Court of Thorn and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. This one has been on my bookshelf for far too long, honestly, so it's probably about time that I read this. And it's really not that long. It's like 400 some pages, so I feel like I should be able to get through this relatively quickly. The only thing that kind of intimidates and scares me is the rest of the books in the series. They are massive. But yeah, I'm finally gonna read A Court of Thorn and Roses. I've literally seen everybody talk about this book on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, like you name it. Everybody knows this book. The next book that I had you guys pick from were two books that kind of have the same plot to it, sort of. They are Peter Pan retellings, both dark Peter Pan retellings, and the one that you guys voted for that won was Darling Girl by Liz oh gosh, I am totally gonna butcher this woman's last name. The other one that you guys voted with was Straight On Till Morning by Liz Braswell, which is the Disney retelling version, which is the dark retelling that everybody keeps telling me it's not an actual dark retelling. I mean dark retelling in the sense that Disney means dark retelling. But yeah, I'm really excited about this one. It's supposed to be, like I said, a dark retelling. I don't know if this is a legitimate dark retelling. Just based off the synopsis of this book, it definitely seems like it's a darker version of the Peter Pan that we see from Disney itself. So I am very excited about this. I'm also such a big Peter Pan fan. I know the actual story behind Peter Pan is like really morbid and like really gruesome. Peter Pan growing up for me was such a comfort movie. I don't even know why, but it was, I just love it. It's so good. The next book that I had you guys pick from were two magic books, so to say. There was Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban by J.K. Rowling, of course, and then the other one was The Atlas Six by Olivia Blake. I have been seeing a ton about this book, like I feel like everywhere, and I know there's also a sequel out too. And I know I probably shouldn't be starting up new series when I have like a bajillion unfinished series that I still need to finish, but I can't help myself. I really can't help myself. So I'm gonna be reading The Atlas Six this month. The next book that I had you guys vote on were actually true crime books. So I had you guys pick between two true crime books. The one that ended up winning was Mindhunter by John Douglas and Mark Oaklisher. This is also based on the Mindhunter show on Netflix. I actually just recently finished season 2 of Mindhunter, which is what made me want to read this book this month. I was also kind of hoping that this one was going to win, but the other one I wouldn't have minded if it won too. The other one was Killing Women, A True Crime by Ron Sadler. This other true crime book is actually set at my college. It's about a serial killer who actually studied in the criminal justice program here at Michigan State, which is really concerning considering that I'm also studying that, but I digress. I also just thought it would be so interesting because throughout all of my classes in criminal justice here at Michigan State, I have never once, not once, heard that we had a serial killer who studied at our school and in our department. I mean, I have a feeling why they don't, you know, advertise that, but like, maybe we should take some responsibility for that, just a tiny bit. I obviously am gonna read that one at some point, but the one that won out of this was Mindhunter. I'm so pumped to read this. And just the concept of going and interviewing serial killers, that is just so fascinating to me. Moving on to the next book that you guys voted on. This one was a murder mystery. There were 2 books that you guys picked from: The Invisible Girl by Lisa Jewell and The Vanishing Stare by Maureen Johnson. The one that won was The Vanishing Stare by Maureen Johnson. This is the second book in the Truly Devious series, and I believe there's 4 or 5 books in the series. So I'm gonna be continuing reading the series. I read the first book last fall, I think it was. So now I am reading the second book this fall. The next book that I had you guys pick from were actually sports romance books. Because it is football season, I decided that we would read a football romance because I've yet to read one of those. I read a lot of hockey romances. That's actually the only sports romance I've ever read. So I feel like it's time for me to read a football romance while football is going on right now and while it's peak football season. So I had you guys pick from The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams and The Perfect First by Maya Hughes, and the one that ended up winning is The Perfect First by Maya Hughes. This is also in a series, follows 4 different couples, just like the sports romance Briar You and the Off Campus series does. We will see how it goes. Anyways, those are all the books that you guys voted on for me to read this month. There are 3 other books that I'm actually going to read this month you guys did not vote on, just because I want some more variety, and also I have to severely catch up on my Goodreads goal. I am behind on 20 books currently. Let that sink in. Anyways, moving on. The next book I'm going to read is The Ex-Hex by Erin Sterling. I've been wanting to read this since I got this from Book the Month back in 2021, and I just haven't really wanted to read it up until now. And I also saw somebody on my Instagram say that this was really cute. It's nothing like crazy, but it's a cute, fluffy, cozy fall romance read, and I feel like that's really what I need this fall for a cozy fall romance read. The next book I want to read, actually more of finish, is If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nowling. I have been saying that I'm going to be finishing this book for like the past 3 months, and I just haven't finished it because I'm low-key a little intimidated by this book because everybody says that they cry to this book. So I do need to finish this book. I also just want to rate it already. I've seen everybody talk about it. I want to be able to be included in the talk. I have a little bit of a FOMO issue with that book. So the next book I want to read that I'm actually already currently reading this month is The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. I am 54% of the way through this book right now, and holy crap, let me tell you, it's really interesting. It's about this woman who lives across the lake from this other couple, and this other couple lives in a house that has, sorry, there's like a little floaty thing. Okay, I can't get it. This woman, who is a known actress in this world at least, lives across the lake from this couple, the Royces, Tom and Catherine Royce, and they live in this glass house pretty much. Obviously the whole house isn't glass, but the side that faces the lake that everybody else can see the other houses, that side of the house is all glass, so you can pretty much see into the house, what they're doing at all points in time, which is really creepy but also a really cool concept. Catherine goes missing. The main character, Casey, starts investigating the husband and keeps thinking that the husband did it, and the next door neighbor also thinks the husband did it, and now it's this whole thing of them figuring out where Catherine is, why she's missing, is she alive. It's really interesting. It's also really intense, and we've just gotten to the part where Catherine is missing, and that's I want to say 40 to 50% of the way through the book. But yeah, those are all the books that I want to read for the month of October. I also want to say a big thank you to you guys for also helping me pick out my TBR for this month. I've never done a whole poll on my Instagram where you guys picked my TBR, and that was so fun. So if this goes well this month and I actually like the books that you guys picked, I think I might be trying this every other couple months, because it also just helps me get books that I might not necessarily want to read at the moment, but am gonna have to read at some point off my shelf. So that's pretty exciting. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below the books that you guys are going to be reading for October. I'm very curious what you guys are going to be reading. Also, if you guys are going to be reading any of the books that I'm reading, if you guys are, join our book club down in the description box below so we can talk about it, because I really am going to want somebody to talk about the books that I'm reading. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, night, wherever you guys are, and I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
I used to take myself out on dates, open my own damn doors, pay for everything on my plate. Sometimes I'd even get the steak, cause I got it like that. Always have my own bag, never needed no man to rely on. Got two good shoulders to cry.